One day, John was walking with his class to the cafeteria when suddenly he remembered something funny he saw on TV. Hey, Karami, I was watching TV yesterday and. John, interrupted Mrs. Hopkins. No talking in the hallway, she said. But why? Responded John. What if I forget my story? Mrs. Hopkins was stumped. Why do we have rules? She thought. Then she had a great idea. Has anyone ever been to the rules store? She exclaimed. The rules store, replied the class. What kind of store is that? Well, said Mrs. Hopkins, I guess we'll just have to go and find out. Before they knew it, the class was on a bus and on their way to the rules store. Finally, they arrived. When they walked into the store, they were greeted by a nice man. Hi, my name is Mr. Strict. How can I help you? He said. We would like to know why we have rules, said Mrs. Hopkins. Exactly, said John. Rules make everything so boring. Mr. Strict was shocked. Why don't you like rules? Rules are what make everything fun. Everyone in the class was confused, including Mrs. Hopkins. Okay. Take a second to imagine a world with no rules, said Mr. Strict. Do you see cars crashing into each other? Do you see trash littered on the ground? Does this seem like a fun world to you? John imagined a world of utter chaos. The, the, that's scary, he thought. But wait, why do we have pointless rules like no talking in the hallway? Asked John. Ah, that rule is actually very important because it helps keep you safe. What if there is a fire drill and everyone is talking and not paying attention? What if the teacher is trying to tell you top secret information? Do you think you would be able to hear her? John turned to Mrs. Hopkins. Do teachers have top secret information? Mrs. Hopkins smiled and nodded her head. And that is why it is important to follow the rules, she said. The class nodded. All righty now, who wants to buy some rules? Said Mr. Strict. Everyone raised their hand. What rule would you choose?